Welcome to the EdgeCore Wi-Fi podcast. Today, we're really going to get deep on a fascinating topic.
Oh, yeah.
It's how those little boxes that beam Wi-Fi around, access points,
Right.
they're transforming into something way more powerful.
Definitely.
IoT gateways.
Yeah. It's a really fascinating evolution.
Yeah.
If you think about it, we already have this amazing foundation
Right.
with Wi-Fi infrastructure, strong security,
Yeah.
the ability to handle a ton of devices, upgrading those access points to become IoT gateways.
Right.
Seems like a pretty natural next step.
It does.
It lets us use that same infrastructure to connect a whole new universe of devices.
So we're not ripping and replacing.
Exactly.
We're building on what we already have.
Yeah.
That makes sense from a cost perspective.
Right.
But how does it work in practice?
Well, the key is
Okay.
integrating different communication protocols right into those upgraded access points.
Okay.
Take Wi-Fi HaLow, for example. If you're at all interested in smart agriculture, this is a total game changer.
Okay.
HaLow operates on lower frequencies, which means it can cover vast distances.
Wow.
Using very little power.
Okay.
So you could deploy sensors across your entire farm.
Oh, wow.
Monitoring things like soil moisture, irrigation systems, without needing a power outlet at every single sensor location.
Wow, covering an entire farm on one network, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What about applications beyond agriculture?
Sure.
Where else does this long-range, low-power capability shine?
Well, think about like a massive warehouse.
Okay.
Where you need to track goods across huge spaces.
Right.
Or even manage temperature and humidity for optimal storage.
Yeah.
HaLow is a perfect fit for that.
Okay.
And because it can transmit data over long distances, it's also ideal for things like remote surveillance, giving you seamless video feeds without having to lay down tons of new cable.
So HaLow is great for situations where you need to cover large areas.
Yeah.
But what about ensuring that all those different devices from different manufacturers can actually talk to each other?
Yeah.
That seems like a recipe for headaches.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
If they're not speaking the same language.
That's where technologies like Thread and Matter come in.
Okay.
Imagine you're setting up your smart home. Instead of each device operating in its own little silo, Thread and Matter create a standardized language.
Interesting.
So your smart lights from one company can seamlessly talk to your smart lock from another.
So it's less about what brand you buy.
Exactly.
And more about making sure everything just works together.
Exactly. And that interoperability unlocks some really cool possibilities.
Like what?
Well, picture a smart home where the lights automatically adjust based on the time of day.
Right.
The locks secure themselves when you leave, and the air conditioning pre-cools the house before you get home.
Oh, wow. All working in harmony.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And I bet those same principles apply to larger spaces like office buildings, too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
In a smart building, Thread and Matter could connect things like security cameras, intelligent lighting systems, HVAC systems.
Wow.
They could even allow the building to automatically optimize energy usage.
Interesting.
Based on occupancy in real-time conditions.
So we're talking about serious efficiency gains.
Yeah.
Not just in our homes, but on a much larger scale. This is all super cool. But what about those situations where even extending Wi-Fi with something like HaLow isn't enough?
Right.
I'm thinking about remote areas with limited internet access.
Okay.
Or maybe even mobile scenarios like connected vehicles.
Yeah, that's where integrating LTE and CBRS technologies into these gateways becomes critical.
Okay.
CBRS, or Citizens Broadband Radio Service, essentially opens up a portion of the wireless spectrum for shared use.
By incorporating LTE and CBRS capabilities into these access points, we can bring reliable connectivity to areas where Wi-Fi might struggle.
So you're talking about bringing internet access to remote communities that have been historically underserved.
Exactly.
Or maybe even powering those emergency response systems that pop up after a natural disaster.
Exactly. And even powering things like mobile clinics or temporary offices. Anywhere you need connectivity on demand.
Yeah.
It's about expanding the reach of the internet and making it truly accessible to everyone.
And to bring all of this into reality, EdgeCore Wi-Fi has launched the EAP 112 in 2024.
Right.
It's a great example of how these advanced IoT gateways are becoming more than just a concept.
Absolutely.
It incorporates Wi-Fi HaLow, Thread, Matter, LTE, and even CBRS, all in one powerful device.
It's pretty amazing.
So the EAP 112 is addressing a lot of the challenges we've been talking about.
Yep.
While also paving the way for even more innovation down the road.
Yeah, for sure.
But as you pointed out, there's a constantly evolving field.
It is.
What other exciting technologies could we see integrated into these gateways in the future?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting.
Okay, you've got me hooked.
Yeah.
What are some of the possibilities that have you excited?
Well, imagine incorporating 5G into these gateways.
Okay.
We could see incredibly fast speeds and almost no lag.
Right.
Which would be huge for applications like remote surgery or real-time industrial automation.
5G inside these gateways,
Yeah.
that would be a game changer for sure.
For sure.
But what about those truly remote locations?
Right.
Where even cellular service is spotty?
Yeah, that's where satellite connectivity could come in.
Okay.
Imagine a world where even the most remote communities, those in the mountains or deep in the rainforest, have reliable internet access.
Wow.
We could connect schools, hospitals, entire villages. Yeah.
Bridging the digital divide in a way that was never before possible.
Satellite links built into these boxes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It is.
It feels like we're talking about sci-fi becoming reality.
I know, right?
And there's more.
There is.
Okay, what else?
Think about integrating ultra-wideband or UWB technology.
Okay.
This is all about incredibly precise location tracking.
Okay.
In a warehouse, you could track inventory down to the centimeter.
Wow.
Knowing exactly where every item is in real time.
Okay.
Or in a hospital, you could use it to locate critical equipment or even patients.
Wow.
Potentially saving lives in emergency situations.
Those are some pretty powerful applications.
Yeah.
And it seems like we're only scratching the surface here.
Totally.
What about energy harvesting?
Oh, that's a good one.
Could these gateways eventually power themselves?
Yeah.
Especially in off-grid locations?
That's a really exciting area of research.
Okay.
Imagine these gateways equipped with solar panels.
Okay.
Or even tiny wind turbines.
Capturing energy from their surroundings.
Okay.
We could deploy them anywhere.
Right.
Regardless of access to the power grid.
So it would be completely self-sufficient.
Exactly. Creating truly sustainable IoT solutions.
That's a powerful idea.
It is.
And it underscores how these seemingly simple access points are evolving into something far greater.
Right.
Enabling us to connect the world in ways we never thought possible.
Yeah, it really is remarkable to think about,
That's amazing.
how far we've come.
Yeah.
We started with these simple devices designed to give us internet access in our homes and offices.
Right.
And now we're talking about connecting entire industries and communities
That's true.
in ways that were once unimaginable.
Yeah, it's a testament to human ingenuity.
It is.
And our desire to push the boundaries of what's possible.
Truly.
But I think as we continue down this path of innovation, it's important to remember that technology is a tool.
It is.
And it's up to us to use it responsibly and ethically.
Absolutely. As we create these increasingly interconnected systems,
Right.
we need to think carefully about things like data security,
Yeah.
privacy, and the potential impact on different communities.
This is a good point.
It's not just about what we can do.
Yeah.
It's about what we should do.
And that brings us back to you, our listener.
Yeah.
As we move forward into this increasingly connected future,
Yeah.
what role do you want to play?
That's the question.
Are you excited to embrace these new possibilities?
Yeah.
Do you have ideas for how we can use these technologies to make the world a better place?
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
Share your ideas, ask questions, and keep exploring.
For sure.
The future of IoT is being shaped right now.
It really is.
And your voice is an important part of that conversation.
Thanks for joining us on the EdgeCore Wi-Fi podcast.
Thanks for listening.
We hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity.
Absolutely.
And inspired you to think differently about the power of connectivity.
For sure.
Until next time, stay connected.